Breaking news alert flashes across America. The Supreme Court of the United States releases a historic decision. A 6-3 ruling shakes Washington. The case centers on tariffs imposed by Donald Trump. Markets pause. Analysts scramble. The courtroom falls silent. The majority opinion is read. The ruling, the tariffs were illegal. Shockwaves move through global trade. The dispute focused on emergency powers. Specifically, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. The law allows economic sanctions. But does it allow sweeping tariffs? The court says no. Congress holds tariff authority. The Constitution is cited. Separation of powers becomes central. The decision emphasizes limits. Executive reach is restrained. Chief Justice John Roberts writes the majority opinion. His tone is firm. He stresses constitutional structure. He references congressional power. Lawmakers react quickly. Some celebrate. Others criticize. Businesses watch closely. Importers anticipate refunds. Billions of dollars hang in balance. Wall Street opens volatile. Asian markets respond overnight. European leaders comment. Trade partners feel relief. China monitors carefully. Canada evaluates impact. Mexico recalculates exports. Supply chains brace for shifts. Economists debate inflation effects. Small businesses reassess costs. The dissent emerges. Justice Samuel Alito objects strongly. Justice Clarence Thomas joins dissent. Justice Brett Kavanaugh also disagrees. They argue broader executive authority. They warn of judicial overreach. The ideological divide is clear. Constitutional interpretation takes center stage. Legal scholars go live on TV. Social media explodes. The ruling voids sweeping global tariffs. Emergency powers are narrowed. Congress regains spotlight. Lawmakers discuss new trade legislation. Committees schedule hearings. Industry groups issue statements. Farmers evaluate export futures. Manufacturers reconsider pricing. Consumers wonder about prices. Political campaigns seize the moment. Trump responds publicly. He calls the ruling misguided. Supporters rally behind him. Critics call it constitutional clarity. Cable news runs non-stop panels. Headlines dominate front pages. Trade lawyers prepare cases. Refund claims begin forming. Treasury officials analyze exposure. Budget projections shift. International investors seek stability. The dollar fluctuates. Commodity prices adjust. Steel markets react. Auto manufacturers recalculate costs. Tech companies reassess imports. Retailers forecast price changes. Global shipping firms adapt routes. Diplomats explore negotiations. Trade talks reopen quietly. Constitutional scholars teach emergency classes. Students debate executive limits. Think tanks publish rapid reports. Political strategists craft messaging. Editorial boards write sharply divided opinions. The ruling becomes precedent. Future presidents take note. Emergency powers face scrutiny. The balance of power shifts. Congressional authority is reaffirmed. Businesses plan long-term adjustments. Legal appeals are considered. Policy advisors draft alternatives. Markets gradually stabilize. Voters weigh economic impact. The decision reshapes trade law. It redraws executive boundaries. It defines constitutional limits anew. History records the moment. America enters a new chapter in trade and power. The morning after feels different. News anchors replay the ruling. Law firms receive urgent calls. Importers gather invoices. Accountants calculate potential refunds. Trade lawyers draft filings. The Treasury reviews exposure. Budget analysts revise forecasts. Congress schedules emergency hearings. Markets open cautiously. Investors track tariff-sensitive stocks. Steel producers face uncertainty. Automakers reassess supply contracts. Tech firms review component sourcing. Retailers predict pricing shifts. Farmers watch export channels reopen. Shipping companies adjust forecasts. Ports anticipate volume changes. Global partners issue statements. Diplomatic cables move quickly. Beijing studies Washington's next step. Ottawa signals readiness for talks. Mexico City evaluates trade corridors. Brussels reopens negotiation channels. Tokyo monitors currency impact. London assesses market volatility. Trade ministers coordinate responses. Economists debate inflation impact. Analysts compare past precedents. Cable news splits along partisan lines. Constitutional scholars dissect the opinion. Law schools host emergency panels. Think tanks publish white papers. Editorial boards craft bold headlines. Political strategists sharpen messaging. Campaign ads reference the ruling. Supporters frame it as overreach. Critics frame it as constitutional order. Social media trends explode. Hashtags dominate timelines. Businesses consider class action pathways. Corporate boards meet behind closed doors. Refund totals grow into billions. Treasury models worst-case payouts. Credit agencies monitor U.S. stability. Bond markets react quietly. The dollar fluctuates. Gold prices tick upward. Oil markets respond to trade outlooks. Commodity traders hedge positions. Congressional leaders debate new tariff authority. Some call for clearer legislation. Others warn against executive expansion. Bipartisan talks begin cautiously. Lobbyists crowd Capitol Hill. Manufacturers demand predictability. Small businesses seek relief. Consumer advocates push for lower prices. Labor unions watch closely. Global supply chains reconfigure. Analysts call it a reset moment. Commentators compare it to historic trade shifts. The ruling becomes a campaign flashpoint. Candidates cite constitutional balance. Fundraising emails reference the decision. Political rallies mention the court. International investors seek clarity. Trade envoys travel quietly. Negotiators reopen suspended talks. Exporters prepare new contracts. Legal experts examine long-term precedent. Future presidents take note. Emergency powers face stricter interpretation. Congress reclaims spotlight in trade debates. Policy drafts circulate behind closed doors. Market volatility gradually cools. Businesses regain planning confidence. Consumers await price adjustments. Global partners test cooperation. Diplomacy replaces tariff escalation. The ruling enters law textbooks. Scholars cite it in constitutional debates. Trade policy evolves cautiously. Executive authority is more defined. Congress weighs structural reform. Investors reassess long-term strategy. Supply chains diversify geographically. Political divisions remain sharp. Economic ripple effects continue unfolding. The narrative shifts from shock to strategy. America adapts to recalibrated powers. Global markets adjust to new norms. Businesses rebuild trade pathways. Diplomacy gains renewed importance. Constitutional boundaries stand clearer. The balance of power feels reset. Trade policy enters a new phase. Political debate intensifies. History marks a turning point. The global trade era enters its next chapter.